Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to a brand new week at the Raceway at Western Fair District. I'm your track announcer, Shannon Sugar Doyle. 10 races beginning at 6:15 Eastern. We are in London, Ontario, Canada. HBI bet play of the day. Let's go up to race number 5, and we're going to go outside here. It's a preferred 2 and 3 handicap. And we're going to go outside to the 7, acting out. It's Alfie Carroll on board for the trainer Richard Morrow. His last start on a half-miler was a 153-2 win over Flamborough. That was back in November. He does have that early speed to work with. I believe he's a must-play for leg 3 of tonight's early pick 4 that gets underway in the 3rd. That is race 5, number 7, acting out. Carroll for Morrow. HBI play of the day for HBI Bet and Western Fair District. The early pick 3 play. Starting up in race number 1, it's the TVG pick 3 play. To kick things off tonight, we're 4 deep in the opening leg. You've got Arnold the Paperboy on the rail, then newcomer Fox Valley B. Gump removing Lasix tonight. The first time for the trainer Dwayne Marfisi. Jay Harris on board number 3, Fox Valley B. Gump, his Raceway debut. Then you've got the 5, Blake's Boy, who's fitting. The outside post, number 7, Kingston's Bad Boy. And Travis Henry stays off with the trainer Mike Dowling there. Over to race number 2. Using a 2 and 8, and the 3rd race, we're going to go to the 1 and 3, both 1 and 3 starting for new connections tonight. It's going to be first time Fred Borgo for the 1, first time Danielle Neal for the 2, Bedhead to complete the TVG pick 3. It's the early pick 4, starting up in the 3rd. Stay with the 1 and 3 to open this one up. Then we're on to a 2, 4, and 7 in race number 4. Top class pacers in the 5th. Number 1 artistic pick was really good last time out, just missing, finishing second best in 56 and 4. Then you've got Real, who's showing some really good form. He's got 4 wins in his last 6 outings here. And then you've got acting out, the play of the day, outside post 7 in the 5th. We're 4 deep in race number 6 to round out the early pick 4. Late pick 4. Starting in the 7th. The first and final legs, very tough to crack the code on those races, so the all button. We've got some keys, though, some key plays in the middle with number 7 in race 8. That's hoped to be first, trying for 6 wins in a row. Odds-on favorite in each of his last 5 gate-to-wire victories, though he has to overcome that outside post tonight. Over to race number 9, for me, it's either the 1, Mr. X with a much-improved post, or the 6, Sir Galahad. Alrighty, comments or suggestions, send them along to any one of us, Greg Blanchard, Greg Gangle, myself. Give me a follow on Twitter tonight and join the conversation. Coming back with a whole lot more on tonight's pregame. Stick around.
HPIBet.com. Access, rewards, and more.
Hey, welcome back to the pregame, everyone. You're watching Race Day at the Raceway, Western Fair District, London's Ontario's half-mile harness racing action. We've got 10 races featured tonight. First 4 and final 2 on the TVG network. All 10, of course, on HPI. Best of luck from wherever you're playing from. Wagering menu. It's a low 15% take for the key plays being the early pick 3, pick 4, and high fives. Go-to wagers. TVG, pick 3 play, right up front with a guaranteed pool. Low take. Pick 4s begin in races 3 and 7 this evening. $5,000 guaranteed pools there. The high fives featured in races 6 and 10. Race 6, the early high five at a mile. The 10th and final, a mile and a 16th for a field of 9 with a now guaranteed pool at $5,000 in that high five finale. Some recent 20-cent payouts. Friday night was a huge night for some big prices. The early pick 3 that night, $1,300 plus came in on a 20-center. How about the early pick 4 on Friday night? $8,453. One winner for the early pick 4. That's a 20-cent payout over $8,000 on a pick 4 play here on Friday night. Final race, high five. Came in at over $4,000 on Friday night. On the Wednesday, had another high five in the finale, worth just shy of $4,000. It pays to bet the Raceway. Go to wager averages. Thus far, 2019, this is how it's been. The early pick 3 pool averages well over $5,000. The pick 4 pools, they average close to 12 grand. And how about that super high five? Average 20-cent payout thus far in 2019 is over $1,300. Let's check out the Who's Hot board now. As far as drivers go, Scott Coulter, 7 wins in his last 5 racing days here. He had 2 victories Friday night. It was back-to-back long shot bombs for Coulter. I believe one of them was 23-1. The other's well over 25-1. Travis Henry, Jay Harris continue to do well. Scott Ray, Rob Shepard, Mark St. Louis Jr. rounding out our Who's Hot list for drivers over the last 5 racing days. For trainers, all about the ladies. Isabel, Danielle, and Heather are the leading trainers thus far in the last 5 racing days. How about Patrick Bissett? He went 2 for 2 here on Friday night. I believe those were the ones that Coulter won with, those long shot bombs. So Patrick Bissett, again, went 2 for 2 here on Friday night. Ron McDonald, pair of wins over the last 5 racing days. He's winning at close to 50% from 35 starters thus far 2019. Ron McDonald has won with 17 of them. Jack Harris rounding out our Who's Hot for trainers over the last 5 racing days. We're going to draw some attention now to a horse that appears to be coming around in 2019. It's our 2018 Age Pacing Horse of the Year here at the Raceway. We're going to bring up the replay for Artistic Pick, and we're going to show them as they head towards 3/4. Highlighted there along the inside. He's sitting 5th along the inside. You can roll it, guys. Leading, it's going to be Lincoln James swooping the field. That's Colorado Buck going right on here for Doug Schweitzer. St. Louis Jr. on board with Colorado Buck. You can see Artistic Pick still 5th and in. No room to race just yet. Now he's going to find room, and as they get ready to turn for home, he appears to get checked up slightly here by driver Colin Kelly, so it may have cost him just about a half length or so. You can see him close up really, really good towards the inside here. He's not going to catch Colorado Buck, but he's just going to miss. Pacing his own back half in 57-4. Chart it in 156-4 again. That's his best effort by far thus far in 2019. We're talking about 2018 Age Pacing Horse of the Year at the Raceway. Artistic Pick. He's got that rail advantage in race number 5. Morning line at 4-1. Put a circle around him. He's a key play maybe for your early pick 4 that starts up in race number 3. And definitely one to be looking at for the exactor in race number 5. Again, the rail advantage. Kelly stays on for trainer Kyle Bosson's. Artistic Pick appears to have turned a corner now as we get well into 2019 here at the Raceway. Let's go back and do some recapping now. Some pick 3 and pick 4 playing. Again, it's TVG picking up our first 4 and final 2 this evening. We've got that TVG pick 3 play right up front. 4 deep in the opening leg. Number 3, Fox Valley B. Gump. A newcomer to the Raceway comes in for trainer Dwayne Marfisi. I think he could be good to go. Jay Harris on board, the newcomer there in race number 1. Using a 2, Come On Barney, who really stepped it up last time out at 16-1. Wow, over the last couple of weeks, Scott Coulter, his average win price has got to be huge. This one was a winner at 16-1 last week out. Scott Coulter drove him with a purpose. He was first up for a long ways and was a going-away winner. Life best, 2 minutes, 1/5. We're talking about 2, Come On Barney, in race number 2. Number 8, Tobin's With You, fitting well for trainer Tisha Symes. Jay Harris stays on the drive. And over into the 3rd, got a couple of them switching barns here. Number 1, Write My Story, going out first time for trainer Fred Bourgault. Number 3, Bedhead, first time for the trainer Danielle Neal. Number 1, Write My Story in that 3rd race. The Hopples get shortened up, switching to a blind bridle as well for the new connections. Write My Story at 4-1 on the rail in race number 3. Definitely one to be looking for an early pick 3 play, the early pick 4 play as well, using the 1 and 3 to start things up. Over to race number 4. Number 4, Halland Sammy, looking good to go. Just missed last time out when cutting one out. It looks to be the early speed threat once again in the fourth race, also including the 2 Jack of Clubs and 7 Wind Blast. Fifth race, Top Class Pacers. We highlighted Artistic Pick as a logical selection there from that rail in race number 5. The 5 Real, very tough to go against. 4 wins in his last 5 outings. Finished second best to Darkest Secret in his latest over London. Then you've got the 7 Acted Out, shipping in from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Last time he was on a half miler was November over Flamborough, a gate to wire 53-2 winner from the 6 hole. So he does have that early speed to work with, and he can get around a half. That's 7 Acting Out in race number 5, and we're 4 deep in race number 6, the early high 5 to complete the early pick 4. Late pick 4 starts up in race number 7. Nothing really jumping off the page in the opening leg, so it's a field of 6, and it's an all button. We're going to key up the 7, hope to be first in race number 8. Has 5 straight going away victories, all gate to wire, and just has to overcome that outside post. If he makes front, it looks like it could be game over for the rest of them again. Working on his 6th win in a row. That's 7, hope to be first in race number 8. 9th race, number 6, Sir Galahad, another one shipping in from Woodbine Mohawk Park. It'll be Colin Kelly on board. And the 1, Mr. X, gets a much improved post tonight in the 9th race, getting over to the 10th. Another wide open affair. Full field of 9 for the high 5. And it's an all button for me to close things out on a late pick 4. Cameraman Travis standing by. Anytime, Trev. What do you got? Race 4, number 4. Going to chase after a favorite tonight. Trying to get back to the win column with Hal and Sammy. Scott Young on board for Tim Cherwaco. Hal and Sammy tried to wire them up last time out. He got pressed through a quick third quarter. Maybe it's tonight. For Hal and Sammy at a post 4 in the 4th. The cameraman's playing the night. It's pub night, top of the fair. Doors are open, no reservation required. It's a fabulous pub-style menu for you, and a great spot to watch the racing action from. You've got barbecue pork, back ribs, fish tacos, shepherd's pie, and more. Check it out. It's Survivor Tuesday coming back tomorrow, always free to play, online or on track. It's brought to you each and every week by HBI Bet and Western Fair District. Closing boards. All you need is on our website, westernfairdistrict.com/raceway. We're offering free programs, free selections, video replays, and more. Check that out. We've got you set for 10 races tonight, 6:15 Eastern. Again, we're getting some play on the TVG network, all 10 on HPI.